Hello, thanks for coming back to the channel. So, something slightly different today. For those of you who watch this channel, you know I don't really do racing games. I don't know my driving lines and I'm actually terrible unless I'm in mortal peril, i.e. playing Grand Theft Auto. However, there are some games out there which have really good kind of destructive elements in the realms of a racing game. Now, The Crew was the first game I really came across that, and it's a real shame that that particular game has been shut down. But since I got Ultimate, Gamepass Ultimate, EA Play has come into play for me here. So I wanted to kind of have a look at two particular games here, which are both EA games. So they're made by the same studio, and they've both been remastered of late. The two games I'm going to look at here is Need for Speed Rivals, which originally came out in 2013, and Burnout Paradise, which originally came out in 2008. Now that's 5-year difference between them. Now originally they were created by different studios. I know EA bought out people who made Burnout to make the Need for Speed games, but there's certain elements of it which I quite like doing, and even though it's in the realm of a racing game, is you can absolutely total other cars. Now if you play a racing sim like your Forza Horizon game, you don't really get an absolutely huge smash up, whereas you do in these two games. So naturally I wanted to make a bit of a comparison, because they're made by the same studio now, they've both been remastered, and I both have access to play both of them, so naturally I want to compare them. So I'm just going to have a little quick go on Need for Speed Rivals. I know you can do, because you have weapons in that. Now a car with weapons in it appeals to me greatly. I think it's brilliant. I mean, it's not quite like a machine gun or a rocket launcher. It's not Grand Theft Auto, but they've got like shockwaves and stun mines and stuff like that. You get to have two aspects of it. You either play as a racer or you play as a cop. So those are two kind of aspects I want to have a quick look at. And then in comparison, I've only just recently downloaded Burnout Paradise, and I've had a bit of fun with it. But in terms of scratching that destructive itch, what can I get out of Burnout Paradise? And I'm going to compare the two to how I want it. And so this is purely my perspective here of what I want out of these games. Same studio, different result, but I want to see them relatively side by side. So I'm going to play one and then play the other, and we're going to have a little chat about it at the end. So hopefully you'll find this entertaining. This is Need for Speed Rivals versus Burnout Paradise. So EA, Criterion, exactly the same people did Burnout, and this came 5 years later. Now I had this originally on Xbox One. No, I had it on 360 in fact, and I quite like the fact you could have your custom soundtracks. In the days when we could save music onto our hard drives, we could actually create custom soundtracks, and I remember absolutely bombing it around the streets listening to Kill Switch Engage, which was amazing, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, so as I mentioned in the kind of intro, there's weapons in this one. The cops have different weapons to the racers, but I don't know. The Need for Speed games, I like them on PlayStation 2, but in the kind of more modern era, I didn't like them as much, but I have access to have both of them, or the remastered versions of it, so I can see obviously I've got my car here, and I'm just going to quickly just jump in, and we're just going to do a couple of the missions, and you know I want to kind of judge it as a side by side. Now, I mean, in terms of a fair test per se, I had this previously on 360, whereas Burnout I'm actually relatively new to this series, so while I have got more experience in this particular series, I'm going to try and judge it down the line, as it were. I mean, I hate the way that they get a rolling start, and I'm just absolutely. But I mean, like I said, I've got my health bar on the right. I've got a speedo. I'm sliding all over the goddamn roads. But I've got Need for Speed obviously has the licensing because it's got the names of the cars. This is a Lamborghini. So it's not called a Ramborini or something like that. Or a Lambrini or a, yeah. I'm just going to drop a little stun mine there. I was a bit late on the old, oh my goodness. I touched the brake there and I came to almost like a full flipping stop. Go away, cop.
So there we go. So that's my shockwave weapon. It basically sends out like a pulse, and it just launches people. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can pole one of the. Well, if I could like pole someone into one of the walls instead of myself in one of the walls. Again, I'm not good at racing games. I mean, that is very, very clear just by this opening footage. Trying to commentate whilst doing it is... Oh, Christ. I mean, look at the smash. I don't think I really hit too much there. I mean, vehicle damages are critical. Okay, I'm just going to slam on nitrous and see if I can... For fuck's sake. Okay, that was shit. Let's try another one. So that's the thing I noticed. So last time I only had really one big crash. Really, I kind of bumped some stuff because... Fuck's sake, I wasn't looking where I was going. But honestly, the traffic from the sort of civilian traffic always seems to aid the computer massively, because they just seem to kind of just drive straight through it. Now, yes, the crashes are very cinematic, and it's almost like the thing I find with these big rivals is they're almost searching for that giant, you know, movie-esque smash up. That's kind of what they're after. This guy's getting on my tits here. I mean, a cops are that aggressive in car chases? I don't think so. I mean, they're pretty much trying to kill you at this point, aren't they? I hate racing through this bloody forest as well. It is legitimately awful. I mean, is Need for Speed kind of described as kind of almost like a... I mean, I proper levelled him there, and he carried on going. Look, he's still going. In fact, he's accelerating. And I literally used a shockwave to just launch him essentially into a wall. But I mean, there's a line on the map. You know, I can see my route ahead. I mean, that was a bad accident that he's had there. And I'm very reliant on the old shockwave. I mean, oh, fucking hell. Oh my god, no, my tyres are gone, This is bad. I didn't even see the roadblock. And that's the thing, is I struggle to really spot things that are coming up in Need for Speed. Like, vehicle damage is critical already. I mean, I haven't had like a particularly bad smash yet. Right. I'm just going to just hit the... Uh-oh. The cars are made of paper. They really, really are just made of paper. I didn't even have a proper write-off there. And that's, you know, that's kind of, again, 2 hits and you're out. Where's the fun in that? Okay, let's try an interceptor. So I've got to escape the cop. Cops and Robert. Okay, that cop literally just decided to just stack it. Right, there's no set way I have to go here. I've just got to evade it. So, it's like GTA. Haha! He just got stun mined. Oh, is there a random nearby? I mean, I thought I was playing this offline, but apparently not. Okay, that's not the worst drift I've ever done. Have I lost him yet? Have I lost him yet? Come on, surely. There we go. Right, let's go. Race. Oh, race to the finish and avoid collision. Okay, so I've got to like not hit stuff. Notice again, I've got a Lambo again. So that's kind of the fairish comparison here. But I'm not actually going to go around arresting people. So this is 100% me trying to like race properly, drive properly. That was totally unnecessary. But I got a time penalty for that. I mean, I'll let you decide how fair that was. It's like when you get those spurious time penalties in Gran Turismo, isn't it? I might as well just attack this guy because I can. I'll do like. How are you not? Ugh. That is such a tight bend there. I mean, what I'm not great is kind of trying to see where I'm going versus staying on the road and not hitting anything. Because it's almost like actively discouraged to hit something else. You just, I mean, this isn't exactly a game for clean racing if you think about the nature of it, but it does kind of lend itself to that.
Officer in pursuit of suspect vehicle, assistance has been requested. Reporting visual on a racer and is in pursuit.
There we go.
Pursuing unit is code 3 and requesting support.
And that replenishes all your kind of tech as well. So, like I said, yeah, the kind of hits are quite severe, but I do think they're very punitive as well. Like, you blunt something, you spin around, half your health will just disappear, but it is very, very inconsistent. You know what I mean? It is. Where is he? Where is he?
Be advised, officer is code 3 on a suspected racer. All nearby units move in and support. Officer in pursuit of high-speed racer request backup. All units, please respond.
Dispatch, I have code 3 suspect in view. Joining other units, over. Suspect is way too fast. We need roadblocks, over.
Negative on that request. Roadblock currently unavailable in the area.
Actually pin him to the wall.
Be advised, dispatch, the halted target is in the system.
Copy that. Target details
Is he
coming
dead?
up on screen now. Good work out there. All
Oh.
units stand down.
I've got an achievement. Busted 50 races. I didn't get the bust. Ooh. There we go. I've got an achievement. Okay, I'll take that.
All units, we have a unit in pursuit of a suspected 1044. All nearby officers, please assist.
Oh my goodness. So when I said that I wanted to do some wanton destruction, I didn't mean me. But that's what I mean. I was like, it's dark, it's raining, it's wet, it's very, very, very difficult to stay on the road, I find. But what irritates me is just how inconsistent the CPU cars are compared to you in terms of like damage output and how much damage you can receive. It is very, very skewed and not in a good way, which for me makes it not very fun. Not as fun as it should be. That, look, I just ploughed him into a freaking. Come on, overtake me.
10-4 supervisor is requesting further details on that call.
Come on, lock on, damn it!
I'm looking at a Lamborghini Veneno.
Where is he?
I got him. They got no power.
I just. I just EMP'd him. And he's just driven off. Oops. And that's a rock.
Be advised, units are moving to block the road ahead of code 3. Over.
And of course the guy's driven off in that time, so that is now completely pointless.
Dispatch, your pursuit is closed. We have our suspect. Suspect detained and in the system.
10-4 targets
Was he
details
nicked?
coming through the system now. All units return to designated
He was
control
nicked.
routes.
But there we go. With that, that's kind of my little dabble in Need for Speed Rivals. It is, I said, it is, I do find it very inconsistent. I do find it, I think they do really try and have it so that you create more drama by creating these massive cinematic style smashes, even though lots of the time you're not going at the speed that would cause it to do that. Okay, I get that. I mean, again, this game is what, 11 years old. Yes, it's been remastered. I mean, I've had to turn the soundtrack on, obviously, but yes, the graphically it's brilliant. Gameplay wise, very inconsistent for me. I don't like the fact that, you know, 2 hits and you are basically wrecked. But when you're basically trying to bust someone, you have to hit them repeatedly, and it does a minimal amount of damage. So I just find that a bit inconsistent. So that's what I always end up playing. Now, lots of people have said to me, Burnout's probably a better game. So I'm going to jump over to Burnout Paradise now and have a look myself. Right, so this is Burnout Paradise. I only downloaded this yesterday. The only Burnout game I've only ever really played was Burnout Crash, and you can't really compare that because that was kind of top down. But as you can see, yeah, again, it's EA, it's Criterion, it's the same people who do Need for Speed. So, this game came out 5 years earlier. Sorry, what I've had to do there is actually mute the whole thing because there's real music on it. Guns N' Roses, Paradise City. I saw Kill Switch Engage come out. After what I said about driving around Kill Switch Engage, this actually has Mike Curse by Kill Switch Engage. Shut up, DJ, I don't care. But the premise of this is different. Oh, shut up! I'm trying to talk here. Right, anyway, the premise of this is you actually go to a junkyard and you get other kind of battered up cars. Now, straight away, this isn't as kind of flashy as Need for Speed Rivals, for example. In fact, I'm in basically a jalopy here. But there's kind of like, was it 3 kinds of cars in this? This is what's called an aggression car. Okay, that's got my attention straight away. Why? Because an aggression car is quite good at smashing people up. And we've got silly jumps. I mean, that's just fun straight away. You get stunt cars and you get speed cars. So what I'm going to be quickly looking for is my favourite damn thing. Well, there's 2 things which I've kind of discovered from playing this in the sort of the last 48 hours. Is what's called a road rage mode, which is you're supposed to basically take people out. Now, that didn't go too well for me in Need for Speed Rivals, but let me go and find a road rage event. These I've had the most absolute fun with them. I'm going to get 5 takedowns. Okay, now I don't have weapons like a Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Rivals. What I do have is bumper cars. Oh. I mean, try to tell me that wasn't fun. Little love tap there. Now bear in mind, for the criteria I only need 5. That was an innocent person who... Well, if they're going this way, I'm going this way. Right! Shit. Literally lost my back end there. And look, I just absolutely crumple zoned. The crashes, straight away, are better than Need for Speed. And I said, and this game's older, don't forget. Oh my god, I just literally launched him up there. We're now on the train tracks. Choo choo. He just got pancaked. Let's get back on the road. The most violent way no. I think you can like push oncoming. I mean, I've hit the threshold already. I was supposed to get, said 5 takedowns. I've got 6. Now 7. Now 8. I mean, I've kind of described this as Tekken with wheels because yes, I'm a very, very, very shit. And that's quite an overly aggressive way of doing that particular. Just get up some speed. I mean, the more I smash people up, the more my nitrous bar goes. Oh my goodness. It's like Demolition Derby, this. I mean, if you're after wanton destruction, this is perfect, isn't it? Look at this! This is deathmatch with wheels. Oh shit. I'm not quite sure how the other guy kind of... Oh wait, that's not an auto repair, that's a paint job. But I will say, I don't know how much health I've got. It doesn't say. Well, that guy's got one hell of a repair bill. And up. You win 13 takedowns. Now, in that short space of time, I've had significantly more fun in that alone than the whole of Need for Speed Rivals. I've laughed, I've smiled, and I've responded more positively to everything we've just kind of seen there over the whole kind of racer versus cop thing. But let's change up the cars a bit because we can do some. We'll do a race, but I'm going to get an actual race car. I don't think an aggression car is appropriate for these ones. You can go whatever way you want. It just says the beginning and the end. A bit like the way it did in Midnight Club. I tend to get lost a lot. And of course, computers get rolling start. I had to go from... But this is a Burnout game. And I'm going to do better in a race if I eliminate the competition. So guess what? As soon as this goes in a straight, you're getting a little love tap. Oh, surprised that. He didn't. Yes, you can argue that is the sign of a bad loser. I don't care. I suck at racing games, and it's not I don't care about racing games. I just don't have the passion for racing. But when it comes into totaling someone into a wall, I'm all for it. Even though I do have to put an outrun style drift around that corner. Hey! Get back. And this is what I mean. Take out your competition. Right, and we're going to absolutely go for it. But did I touch anything there? I'm not sure I did. I debate that. But look, at least you're kind of back into the action, relatively sharpish. You fucker! Okay, this race hasn't gone particularly well at all. still make it right. Oh yeah! How's that for using a shortcut? I thought I was absolutely cooked there, but no. Upgrading 21 wins. God, you got these so many things to go up to the licenses. Right. So, excluding the stunt run, I did get a stunt car because this one's got quite a long bar. That bar is also used for well, wanton destruction. What do I mean by that? I mean this. Creating the biggest smash up you possibly can. Now, for those of you who played Saints Row, if you remember the insurance fraud mini game, there's a bus. Get the bus. The bus increases a multiplier. So I'm just going to keep rolling into oncoming traffic. And then you can notice the little bar that I've got. That helps me kind of bounce. Bus! It's all about the buses. Which is exactly what I'm aiming for here. I mean, look at all that traffic there. It's not moving. Hit them all. Wrecking ball. I mean, busy intersections. That's, for those of you who played Burnout Crash, that's kind of what you're wanting. Bus. Another bus. So that's another big ass multiplier. Obviously crashing into multiple things like that. Yeah, that's. I mean, this is insane. I mean, if this was real life, this would be deemed somewhat of a tragedy. Well, my math isn't great here, but just couldn't quite catch that. But that's broken a million, isn't it? That's definitely broken a million. Times that by 8, and that's broken 3.3 million. Delightful. And I've got a new Showtime record. Cool. So that kind of straight away, that's exactly what I mean. That is huge amounts of fun just by basically smashing stuff up. The road rages are my favourite, definitely, because you do get to smash people up. Even in the normal races, you can just absolutely total people. And that kind of, the point I'm trying to make here is sort of like, I didn't really know about Burnout Paradise. I never played it. I didn't know what it was all about per se. And in the 48 hours that I have had this game, has been way more fun than the whole time we've been playing Need for Speed Rivals, which is insane. It's the same. It's EA. It's Criterion. It's exactly the same studio that does these games. And how can this one be so much fun compared to the other? I mean, I haven't played Need for Speed Payback yet. I haven't played the reboot of Need for Speed yet. So I did love Need for Speed Underground. So there is that, you know, I have played certainly some of the earlier games and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. But when it comes to me wanting to basically just blow things up, smash into things, just basically be aggressive and slam people into walls, a bit like the reason people free roam in Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto, you can't look past this game. This is an absolute gem of a game. It is so much fun. Yes, it can get a little bit samey that you've got to do the races and you've got to go through 300 odd sort of events just to progress through the game. That's fine. If you just want to basically cathartically just do something for fun, this is perfect, isn't it? Well, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. I personally prefer Burnout Paradise to Need for Speed Rivals because what I want out of the game is that I'm not a hardcore racing game. I'm not interested in racing lines. I'm just interested in basically taking people out. You can do that in both games. You get the weapons and rivals. Burnout Paradise is so much more satisfying for that. And yeah, guys, you know what? I posted that a couple bits of footage of me up on Threads playing this, saying how much I loved it. People still love Burnout Paradise. I've had so many good conversations on Threads, which we've been talking about how much people enjoy Burnout Paradise. And I actually want to go back and check out some of the other Burnout games now as a result. So yeah, that was kind of my comparison. I wanted to see what they're like. You can argue that they're not similar games, or they are similar games, but they're certainly the same developer, same studio, and it's a car. And you better take people out. So for me, that's a fair comparison. But guys, I'm going to leave us here. So thanks again for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you next time. Take care.